I don't want any water. I don't want any juice. I'll tell you what I really want. Just shut up and give me my whiskey! 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 In a hammock. Whiskey in a hammock.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Whiskey in a Hammock. I'm Eric.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are doing Missouri Spirits Bourbon Whiskey out of Springfield, Missouri.
Which we had whiskey crew member Paul brought it all the way back from Missouri just so we could review it. So big shout out to Paul.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
buddy.
it. And so while Eric opens it up and breaks the seal, I will go over the review process that we, break the seal, pour a little in each cup. We do it neat, give it a nose, give it a taste, see how it goes from there. Then we add, 2 ice cubes. Let it sit for a couple minutes, see if it changes the nose and the taste.
Yeah.
And then at the end we do a full melt and final review. See if it's changed even further.
It's a pretty cool bottle, though. I mean, I like their logo and stuff.
Yep.
The horse and the whatever the thing around the horse is called. What's that called? Do you know?
I do not
Is it
know.
the reins?
The reins.
I don't know. Sorry, sidetracked. And I'm very rude because I gave myself some before I gave Chris some.
But
Apologies.
What we're reviewing is 75% corn, 20% rye, and 5% malted barley. Then aged a minimum of 2 years in a charred white oak barrel.
Yep, new
Yeah.
white oak barrel.
New white oak barrel from Missouri.
From Missouri. And we'll get into that a little later, but they got some big news down there in Missouri about specifically bourbon.
Right. Well, so that's when. Why don't you give it a nose?
Let's give it a go. Give it a nose.
Taste. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. It's got good thick legs too, huh? Ooh. That's a little different.
That's a little different.
It's not. It's kind of. It seems spicy, but not. I mean, this nose smells spicy, but not spicy like. I don't know, other bourbons.
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty smooth.
Different. Yeah, it's a different spice. I haven't even tasted it yet. I'm hooked on the nose. Good.
Has a good flavor. It goes down smooth. It's only 40%, 80 proof.
It's very different.
Yeah, that's very smooth. That's an easy drinking bourbon. Just straight so far.
Wow. Well, initially, well done, Missouri Spirits.
Yeah.
This is
Paul said it was good.
Yeah, it's different though. It's not. I don't know. There's something like it's not citrusy.
No.
It's not. Apples. Do you get apples?
I get a little bit of spice. I can.
I don't know. It's good.
I see that there you go, put it in my brain again. It's like plums.
I know. Sorry. And that's the thing is, when I was reading about this, somebody told me that the nose was cinnamon and apples.
Oh.
So I'm trying not to, but that's already in my brain.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, not. All right. So it does it does smell a little cinnamony and a little red apple-like, but it's good. It's not very vanilla-y.
No, I don't get a whole lot of vanilla, but like in the alcohol, it doesn't have a lot of bite to it. Like I said, it's very smooth.
It's very good.
Very good. Why don't we add a couple ice cubes and then we'll go over whiskey history. And today I actually remembered my skull ice cubes.
Yeah, skull and crossbones. That's that's Chris.
Should I put another one in?
I think I'm just gonna go one. I don't think it needs more than one.
Onesie?
But
I'll go two. I'll put a skull and a crossbone in.
So, Missouri Spirits is actually a restaurant, bar, distillery kind of a place in Springfield.
Yes, but we should also bring up that they started in 2011.
Yes.
By another great name. Did you hear his name?
I didn't.
Scott Schatz.
Oh, I did see that.
So-
TTS. Two T's.
Right. I mean, you got Grant McCracken, and then you got Scott Schatz, who's starting his own distillery.
Scott, that's hard. That's difficult.
Scott Schatz.
Scott. Honestly, Scott Schatz is a. So he's the owner.
Yep.
Main dude.
Yep. He started it. He was has a background in marketing, and he helped someone else get their distillery off the ground, and decided like, you know what, I can do this. So I'm gonna start my own. So he started Missouri Spirits.
I like it. Yeah. Apparently they have really good food. It was very difficult to find information on these guys, considering that their website was under construction.
Yep.
So we dug up what we could,
Right.
and it seems to be a Springfield favorite.
Well, this is Springfield's first and only spirit house.
Yep. Which basically means they're a restaurant, distillery.
Well,
bar.
like I said, distillery, tasting room, bar.
Yeah, they do plenty
and
of parties
restaurant.
too. Because I
Yeah?
was looking at their Twitter page, and they got some pretty funny stuff on there. But there's a lot of things. They inform the community that follows them on Twitter anyway, that says, "Hey, we're not open to the public today because we have an event going on."
Yep.
But there's a lot of those events that go on, so they're constantly busy from the looks of it.
Well, and a couple of other cool, things with Missouri Spirits is that they have a private labeling and they do distilling for small batches, distilling for other
Okay.
companies.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is mostly flavored moonshine, but they also do small batch bourbons for local restaurants and stuff also.
That's something. That's a big deal.
Well, the other cool thing is if you look at, I've seen their pictures and a video of their inside their distillery. The interesting thing is that they're still. It's not
It's not your typical copper.
it's
Oh, it's
copper,
copper,
but it was handmade by a local fabricator.
Oh, no kidding.
So it's
wow,
a handmade,
well done, sir.
handmade still in Missouri that they had a local fabricator make their own still. They had
Wow.
it was detachable. They can put different heads on it apparently to make different distill different like I think gin, vodka.
Yeah, gin, vodkas.
Well, I mean,
bourbons,
I know that
whiskeys.
they make a vodka.
I assume, maybe I shouldn't assume, but I assume they do gins and things like that. And the cool thing is I read on a restaurant review that they have individual glass bottles with blue tape on them that basically show, I think they make their own pop or their own their own
Oh, and I
flavorings.
didn't see that.
So you can get,
If to make flavored moonshine, that would make sense.
Right.
I can see that.
yeah. So yeah, props to you guys. It's a big deal.
Right. Well, and just like Chattanooga Whiskey, they took a place that was an old body shop
That's cool.
downtown, gutted it, and made it into a distillery.
Yeah.
Which I love that idea. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. What else you got? That was kind of, and props to Missouri Spirits. Chris and I both, gotcha, contacted them via Facebook Messenger.
Yep.
Because we couldn't. It was very hard to find information on their website since it's under construction, and they were very prompt and very quick to get back to us. As far as somebody will get back to you.
Right.
So well done. Thank you very much. If we miss anything, if you guys watch this and we miss anything, please feel free to let us know.
Let us know,
and we'll revise and restructure and kind of do little add-ons to your review.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so I think
Ready for round two?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Mine's gone.
Is it gone already?
Yeah. Well, it's 90-something degrees today. Way more. It smells good. Like I could use this as an air freshener. It's not even, doesn't even smell like
Well, I mean,
bourbon.
and like some of those we've tasted before, it has that burn. If you take a big, nose, you can feel it.
Man, this stuff is good.
Oh.
Well done.
Well, and before we get into whiskey news, we'll just finish up that we found out that Missouri isn't going to be officially its own bourbon, like Kentucky, like Tennessee has their own.
They have their own laws now.
Yep.
So basically, in order to be a Missouri bourbon, the corn has to come from Missouri.
Yep.
The wood, the oak comes from Missouri. It's distilled in Missouri. Everything comes.
Aged, bottled, and they have Missouri has one of the biggest supplies of white oak.
Oh, really?
Yep. So
I didn't
they're
see
one of the biggest producers, in the states for bourbon barrel.
This bill is brand new, where it just started. It was just basically enacted.
Yeah.
On
Well,
the
the
January
House Bill,
1st of
House Bill,
2020.
yeah, House Bill 266. Yep, in January, January
doesn't-
11th, 2019. But the whole thing, so like like Eric said, has to be all those things fermented, distilled, aged, bottled. But the barreling doesn't go into effect until 2020. So
Right.
just the January this year, now in order to be labeled a Missouri bourbon, has to be all those things plus put into a Missouri white oak.
Right.
Well, and another interesting thing is that no other whiskey in the world puts restrictions on the wood, where the wood comes from for aging. So Missouri's the
Oh,
only
so this
place.
is the only one.
Yeah, so there's gonna be the only place
wow.
that's doing.
Yeah. Good for you. So, if you're a world traveler, country traveler, make sure you head down to Missouri and get a specific Missouri bourbon. So this stuff is 40% ABV, 80 proof. It doesn't taste like it. It's very good.
Well, very mild and also very smooth.
Yep.
All right, so we should get into whiskey news.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Can I have another drink?
I'm supposed to wait till the end.
It's very good.
The,
Yeah. So it's everything that's going on in the world.
Right with
Coronavirus,
specifically COVID-19.
Yep. A lot of distributors and craft distilleries are doing their part and making hand sanitizer.
Yes.
And donating money and things like that. So I have a very good friend in North Dakota with Proof Artisan Distilleries. They also, we're going to be doing a review on them here coming up, but they make gins and vodkas and bourbons and whiskeys. But I actually talked to him last night to ask him how the coronavirus is affecting their distillery.
Right.
And he said that over the last few weeks he's had 5 hours off a day, and that's all they're doing is making hand sanitizer.
Wow.
That's it. So they're distributing it to all over the place to to citizens, to
Right.
In fact, UPS contacted them down by Chicago, and now their Proof Artisan Distillery hand sanitizer is in 6 states so far.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. So they're doing a heck of a job. Shout out to Joe Cath and Proof Distillery.
Right.
They're
Well,
killing it up there.
And but they almost had to jump through hoops. They had to change the laws pretty quickly because they couldn't
Yeah.
just make hand sanitizer because
Nope.
the government's like, nope, it's got to be
Well, yeah.
certain laws, certain things. But they, according to the Alcohol, Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau, they actually waived parts of the law in order to make so they didn't have to obtain permits and bonds because, like I said,
Right.
during this, hand sanitizer is flying off the shelves.
I think it
so
has to
they're
be
doing their
because
part.
of a food grade kind of a alcohol versus hand sanitizer alcohol.
Well, that hand sanitizer has to be 60% alcohol.
Well, yeah, according to the CDC, a minimum of 60%.
Minimum.
But,
But,
the World,
So that's
the
what
WHO, World
That's
Health
120
Organization. So I heard it was 85%. I heard it was 80% with the World Health Organization.
Well, I mean,
But
I think that
CDC
they're.
is 60%.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of there's a lot of distillers that are doing 80%.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get what is that 160 proof
Yeah.
hand sanitizer?
Right. Yeah. Actually,
Do not drink it.
Do not drink it. I actually read an article today about how you can make your whiskey hand sanitizer.
Ooh.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just telling you. I read an article about it, and basically it has to be a minimum of 120 proof.
Oh yeah. No, that was,
So
yeah.
then I guess you
Yeah,
kind
have to.
of dump some aloe in there
Well-
and mix it up.
Well, and that's the.
We make it sound just dump some aloe.
Well,
in
right.
there.
Well, and the crazy thing is that it's not the distilleries know how to make this, so they're doing webinars, they're talking
Yeah.
to each other,
Mhm.
they're trying to figure this out. Like I said, everybody's doing their part.
There's a lot of big companies that are doing their parts. Even with, I read something about Buffalo Trace is sending out 190 proof bottles
Oh, yeah.
or cases to different health organizations, hospitals, and things like that, and then they'll use that to scrub down like non-porous countertops or I guess things like that. So there's the whiskey community is coming through in a big way with this coronavirus, and it's,
Right, well,
it's freaking awesome.
You have like big names like Old Forester, Woodford Reserve, that are like I said, taking their distillate
Mm-hmm.
and adding like Eric said, aloe vera and peroxide.
Mm-hmm.
Even Jameson, the Jameson's
Oh, I didn't see them.
yeah, that even Diageo.
Yeah.
And they're making 8 million bottles.
They're huge.
8 million bottles they're gonna do.
And a lot of these guys are just donating it.
Well,
I mean, some of them sell it, obviously.
Right.
I mean, with these small craft distilleries, I'm assuming that they still have to be profitable somehow, some way.
Yep.
I mean, they're not just gonna give this stuff away because, think of all the alcohol that's going into these things, which is alcohol not being used for their bottling later in the future.
Well, and it's still costing bottles, and it's again,
Right.
the other ingredients they're putting in. So obviously they have to pay their workers,
Right.
Right, keep
Yep.
everybody afloat.
Yep. So, like we said, the whiskey community's killing it with this, and we appreciate it.
We found out there's one quote that I had to say that's from Matthew Bogdanovich from Fishhawk Spirits, like, you have to be a jerk not to lend a hand if you've got the ability to lend a hand.
Right. And
No, that says it all. Right?
the meme said that whiskey's just hand sanitizer for your insides. So
Then I'm good.
Yeah, we're doing something right. I feel great.
Right. For the inside out.
All right. What else you got? You got anything else for?
Well, I had one other good saying that from Bill Thomas, who is the owner of the Jack Rose Dining Saloon, I think in the DC area, said, and this is absolutely proof that whiskey drinkers is the best kind of human being on the planet.
That's it. That's exactly it.
So, if you're a whiskey drinker, you
Cheers.
are a great human being. Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. You
Full
guys
melt?
are killing it. Full melt. Sorry, I already gave it a little bit, but it's still really good. This would go good with like an old fashioned, because the old fashioned is the one with the cherry and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be very good with this because it's fruity. It's not citrusy, but I got a little fruit kick
Apples?
to it. Apples and cinnamon. Shut up, Chris.
Do you smell plums, Eric?
I do. Plums. Did I mention plums? And hit plums. That goes back to our last video where
Yes,
that's
taxa.
all I could talk about was plums apparently.
Well, yeah, but just a shout out to Dan, because he said, you know what? He smelled the same thing. He said it, baked plums. So
my
hey,
nose
right
is
on.
we're coming along.
No, I think that you're better than me.
Coming along, Chubsy. Oh man. What else you got?
That's it.
Anything. So, to Missouri Spirits and specifically their bourbon. Very tasty.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
$28 to $30 a bottle.
Right? I was like a little skeptical, but I was pleasantly surprised. It's very good.
It's very good. So, shout out to Paul again.
Yep.
For
Appreciate
bringing
it,
us the
Paul.
bottle.
Thank you.
Shout out to Chris for working so freaking hard on these videos and stuff like that.
Rock on.
And
Smash the like.
oh yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it away, Eric. Yes.
My part.
Yeah.
So make sure you go on to whiskeyandahammock.com if you want any merchandise like these sweet shirts,
Right.
eventually hats. Kind of in the process of making hoodies and things like that.
Yep.
So make sure you go to Whiskey and a Hammock, check out all the news and things like that we've done with them or with that. Go to YouTube, our YouTube channel, which is Whiskey and a Hammock, where you can check out the videos. We'll also put them on Facebook.
Right. And Instagram, we got awesome pictures on Instagram.
Lots of pictures, and we actually have people sending us pictures of what they're doing while they're drinking whiskey.
Well, and of course their whiskey view. If you have a great whiskey view, especially in a hammock, send it to us.
Send it to us.
We'll post it.
We'll put it on there. We'll put you a little shout out on there for you. And thanks to all our followers on Instagram too,
Yes.
by the way, so far. Yeah, so make sure you smash like, subscribe, share everything, because we would love to share the knowledge of whiskey.
As I said, we're learning with you.
Yeah, make sure you comment, critique us.
Yep.
If we're full of crap, let us know. If, whatever. We changed scenery, we changed sets specifically because somebody was tired of looking at my backyard.
The same thing with barrels, right? We said it has to be white oak barrels. Nope.
That's with whiskey specifically, though, right?
It's bourbon.
Bourbon.
Yep.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you. All right, so Chris is gonna hit us with the motto on the way out. We love you guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the love. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully, it's gonna be something good.
Yes.
Never know.
May the wind always sway your hammock. May your glass never go dry.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Next time.
Whiskey and a hammock.
So.